Hello, welcome to TIC, also known as Teen Information Center. And in today's video, we're going to be learning about a few tools. We're going to be learning about the Quick Select, the Lasso, and the paintbrush, or the brush tool. So, first we're going to talk about the brush tool. It's pretty simple what it does. It just kind of, paints. And over here, you have your little color blocks. You can choose whatever color you want, right? You can do that. You want magenta, you can do that. You want teal, I guess, you can do this. So you got a whole mixture of colors, and with that, you can create cool little pieces of art using skill and talent. See, I just realized that's blue, so you're not really going to be able to see that very much. So skill and talent, you can make cool, great art. Now, that's basically the color part of the brush tool. Now let's get into the size of the brush tool. The size can vary from 500, which, wow, 500, that's a lot, yep. But remember, depending on the pixel resolution, depends on how big this actually is. So, let's say 100 on here might be like this big on 1,000, but 100 on something else might be like this big on somewhere else. So, remember, it really depends on the size of your resolution. And if you do not know how to change the size or what your size is, just go back to the first video and it'll teach you what the resolution and how to change it. Not how to change it, how to make it. So, now let's see. There are different other tools you can use that are special, like this. See, let's zoom in as we go on our other video. See what this thing does. So, here, it's kind of like a little, maybe you can make some grass with it, see? Be all nice and pretty. So let's go to maybe a grass color. This looks like the color of grass, right? See, it kind of varies a little bit around the color, and you can have cool little grass. See, all fancy and nice. See, so let's say you got grass now, right? And maybe you want to use your normal, like this. Maybe you want to go for something a little fancy for the dot. So you found a nice brown, and you're like, it's still kind of similar, but you think it looks a little bit nicer. And it might not be great, but you probably should do the grass over this first. So let's say you do that. You're like, oh man, I didn't mean to do that. So you're just gonna kind of go back, and you're gonna click this and this, and you're just gonna put some grass back over. But it's kind of like a nice little grass thing, right? So you got a nice bunch of grass. So that's all cool, and you can use that. So on my thing. Make sure to always be on your right tool. So now that you've done that, you are going to let's go move on to the quick selection tool. What is the quick selection tool? You cannot actually change the size of the pixels. So basically, if you have a really small resolution, you might not be able to use this well, which is what the other tool we're going to be using for is, but it's just more meh. So in here, when I see that I failed, so in here you can kind of select basically like a bunch of colors. See? Cool, right? Okay, now we don't actually care too much about that. So it's basically the gist of that. Nothing too complicated. Now for this. You want to get a little closer for this. Just kind of get your entire image inside. So this is the magnetic lasso. It's the polygon lasso. We don't really need to use that. It's kind of weird. It's just this basically. It's just once you connect it up. It's basically just straight lines. See, like cool little shapes. And basically if you have a little design thing. See, now I have that cool design. Now I can just carry this and put it wherever I feel. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I'm just gonna put that down because we don't need to really worry about that right now. So that is the basics of the polygon one. So now we're gonna use the magnetic lasso. Let's say we start right here, and you kind of just trace it. See, and it kind of attaches to a round thing that you're doing. So see, I'm actually a little bit off where it's saying I'm putting it. That's because it's going around where it wants. Ooh. But make sure not to get too far away. But even if you're just a little bit off, that's why it's actually a pretty good idea to use this. Now, you kind of can tell, if you go a little faster, you won't have as many blocks, and it still works just as well. And now, we've selected this entire thing, but make sure to actually finish before you are done. Yeah, otherwise this might happen. So, next would be, it's kind of annoying now. Oh, yay. So maybe you don't want to use this too much. Wow, this is not working anymore. Well, okay. Well, it worked for a second. Okay. There we go. You kinda gotta click on the start one, otherwise it might not turn out so well. So, sorry about that. Now, that's that. So, you gotta be careful with that one. This is just the normal lasso. You can select anything you want, put in any shape you want, and you can do that. And let's say you're like, ooh, yeah, so cool, but let's say you want to go straight across, but you're too lazy to go the entire way. Well, it should complete it for you. So, there you go. That is the basics of the lasso, the quick select, and the brush tool. Well, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video of TIC. Goodbye.